This project, you will need yarn, any yarn of your choice, and 3.5mm hook or any crochet hook that you prefer. Okay, so to start off, we're gonna make a slip knot, and we're going to chain 9. 1, 2. Okay, so once you have 9 chains, we're now adding one more chain for the turning chain, and we're gonna work 3 single crochets on the second chain from hook. So we're gonna go 1, 2, and 3, and then 1 single crochet in each of the next chains. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, once we reach the last chain, we're now going to do what we did here. We're going to work 3 single crochets. 1, 2, 3. And this will turn our work to the other side. Now, in the next available chain, we're going to work only 1 single crochet in every stitch. Once we reach the last stitch, actually there's no more available stitch because this one here is for the 3 single crochets that we did. So we're now going to make a slip stitch here.
Make sure you catch both loops.
Okay, now because I want to make the rounds even, I prefer to work single crochets in spiral. So I'm going to work this one a single crochet. This is actually the first increase that we're gonna make. Remember, in the first chain we worked 3 single crochets, so within those 3 single crochets we're going to increase, and for each stitch we're gonna work 2 single crochets. So we have 2 single crochets in the same stitch. Okay, so that you won't get lost, you can just add the stitch marker in the first single crochet in this round. This is actually the second round, so you can add it there, right there, and then we'll make another increase in the next 2 single crochets. Each of those single crochets will get 2, so 4, and then the last increase 1, 2. So we're going to work 1 single crochet in each stitch until we get to the increase in the previous round of 3 single crochets. So once you get to the other end, you're gonna make an increase 2 single crochet in every stitch for 3 times. This is second, and then 3, 4, last increase 5, and then 6. And then we will work only 1 single crochet in each stitch until we reach the marker. Once we reach the end of this round, we're gonna remove the marker, and then we're going to make another increase this is our last increase on the third round, so we start by working 2 single crochet in the next, 1 single crochet in the next. So we're gonna do that 2 more times. So in the next stitch, 2, in the next stitch, 1, that's the second, and then the last one, 2, and the last one is just 1. Alright, so we reach this side, we're going to just work 1 single crochet. Now I forgot to put my stitch marker. It's okay, we can just put it right here. Just remember where you started where you let's start. But first, once we start this round, it's better if we put the stitch marker so that we know where did we end and started the round. So 1 single crochet in every stitch. So I ended the round, and I'm going to remove my stitch marker and start with another round again. Alright, so I'm gonna show you later on how I'm going to finish doing the rounds, and we will determine the height of this mini bag after a few more rounds. So just keep on working 1 single crochet in every stitch until you reach your desired height of your bag. Okay, so once you reached your desired height for your mini bag, now I just removed the stitch marker, but it's in here, so you can just fasten it off. And so I think I've made about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I made 10 rounds of 1 single crochet in every stitch to achieve this height of the bag. So now we're gonna work with the second part of the bag, which is the flap. Okay, to start making the flap, we're going to chain 7. After chaining 7 on the second chain from hook, working a 1 single crochet in every stitch except the last chain where we're going to work 3 single crochets. 1, 2, and 3. Now in the next available chain, working 1 single crochet across, until reaching the last available stitch, because after that, after you reach the last available stitch, you're going to chain 1 and then turn and work 1 single crochet across. Now, as you can see, the other end is curvy. So in those increases that we have made previously in the round, we're going to make another increase wherein we're going to work 2 single crochets in one of those 3 single crochets in a stitch. So make sure you are working 2 single crochets in one of the 3 single crochets. So that's the first increase. The next one would be 2 single crochet. So we're gonna do that 3 times. Okay. Alright. Now that will turn our work to the other side, and we're just going to work 1 single crochet in every stitch until the last one, and then chaining 1 after, and then work 1 single crochet across. So it's like working with a half circle. So until we reach the increase that we have made previously in the round, we're now going to work 2 single crochets in 1 stitch. So make sure that you've reached the 6 stitches where we made the increase, and then we're gonna work 2 single crochets in there, then 1, and we're gonna do that 2 more times. So 1, 2, and then the next one, 1, and then the last increase, 1, 2, and another one. Okay, so we reached the other side. We're just going to work 1 single crochet across. So this is what it looks like after you have done 3 rounds. Now we're going to turn and work a single crochet for the last time. We're going to make another increase. Yeah, for those who might get confused, you can just use a stitch marker to know where you started the increase so that you won't get lost. So once you see the first increase there, you can just work 1 single crochet, and in the next you work another single crochet, and then the third will be the increase, which is just 2 single crochet, and you're gonna do that 2 more times. So after you have done all the increases, you're just going to work one single crochet until the last stitch. So that would make up the flap of the mini bag. So the next step is attaching the flap. So you can do it just like what I did in here in the video, or if you have your own way of attaching it, by all means you can do so. But in here I'm going to work a slip stitch between the body of the bag and the flap to attach them together. You may want to work a crab stitch around the edge, including the flap, so that it would look neat as this. You may find a lot of tutorials on YouTube on how to work this very beautiful edging for your mini bag, or you can skip this part if you don't like it. So for the mini bag handle, I just use the I-cord, and you can find a lot of tutorials on YouTube on how to do one.